US President Donald Trump signaled fresh momentum in stalled India-US trade talks. In a post on Truth Social, he said, and I quote, "I'm pleased to announce that India and the USA are continuing negotiations to address trade barriers between our two nations. I look forward to speaking with my very good friend Prime Minister Modi in upcoming weeks. I feel certain that there will be no difficulty in coming to a successful conclusion for both of our great nations." Prime Minister Modi also reciprocated. He on X said, and I quote, "India and the US are close friends and natural partners. I am confident that our trade negotiations will pave the way for unlocking the limitless potential of India-US partnership. Our teams are working to conclude these discussions at the earliest. I am also looking forward to speaking with President Trump. We will work together to secure a brighter, more prosperous future for both our people." Now, this comes days after Trump wished India, China, and Russia a prosperous future together. Seems like he has now realized how important is India for US actually, just by one diplomatic move that India pulled off very nicely. But then Trump being Trump, he on the same day reportedly pushed EU to impose sweeping duties of 100% on India and China over purchase of Russian oil. Now, while we could not independently verify this report, it says that the President of United States held a meeting with senior US and EU officials and made the demand. He said, and I quote, "We are ready to go right now, but we are only going to do this if our European partners step up with us." Now, this is not even surprising anymore. Trump often goes back and forth with his statements, and sometimes he even contradicts what he said earlier. But this is a very confusing strategy that hurts the world too. Is he or is he not softening his stance on India? Well, time will tell, but meanwhile, the EU seemed to have had ignored the earlier demand from Trump to impose more tariffs on India. Instead, it has cracked deals with India. The India-EU FTA negotiations have fast-tracked. Piyush Goyal says that more than half of the chapters are already concluded. EU Trade Commissioner Marcos Sefcovic and Agriculture and Food Commissioner Christoph Hansen are expected to visit India on September 12th and 13th to drive the discussions ahead. Separately, German Foreign Minister also had highlighted backing for the deal, and in fact, EU has approved 102 additional marine product units from India for exports, making them eligible to supply for the bloc, which is currently India's second largest seafood export destination. Experts say that this is expected to increase seafood exports to EU by 20%. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi also spoke to European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, who later acknowledged India's role as a peacemaker in Russia-Ukraine war. So Trump's words might be showing signs of softness, but his actions are not. He has not taken back his 50% tariffs or even 25% tariffs. He has not reached out personally. All he is doing is tweeting and making statements that make headlines. And his actions are only telling a different story. Meanwhile, India is calm. It is balancing relations with Russia, China, EU, and even the US. India's Commerce Minister says that India was still in talks for trade deals with US despite the tariff tensions. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi attended the SCO summit to show that New Delhi has options and stands firm on the statement that it will keep buying Russian oil because it is in the national interest of India to keep inflation in check at home. So if you think that this mess is all sorted, think again. Issues still remain. There is no formal deadline for trade deal happening. India is standing firm. US is still pressuring, and just sweet words will not solve these issues. It's complex, and the US will now have to gain New Delhi's trust again, and for that, actions must be taken from Trump's side. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments, and like, share and subscribe to ET Now for more such news and views.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.